Some questions have answers, some mysteries get solved. But these will haunt us forever. 5 paintings, 5 unsolved mysteries, 5 secrets that died with the artist who created them. No matter how many experts study them, no matter how many theories emerge, no matter how long we stare, we'll never know the truth. Today, we're diving into the greatest unsolved mysteries in art history. The questions that have tormented scholars for centuries. The riddles with no solutions. Are you ready to enter the unknown? Let's go. All of that coming up right now. Let's dive in. Mystery number 1. Mona Lisa's smile. Why is she smiling like that? Florence, Italy, 1503. Leonardo da Vinci begins painting a portrait of Lisa Gherardini, wife of a Florentine silk merchant. A simple commission. Nothing special. Except Leonardo never delivers it. He keeps working on this painting for the rest of his life. Obsessively. Tweaking. Perfecting. And when he dies in 1519, it's still with him. And that smile, that impossible, maddening smile. Is she happy? Sad? Mocking us? Hiding something? Here's what makes it unsolvable. Leonardo used a technique called sfumato. He layered translucent glazes so thin that modern X-rays can't even detect how many layers there are. The smile exists in a quantum state. It changes depending on where you look, how the light hits, whether you focus directly or use peripheral vision. Look at her mouth. She's smiling. Look at her eyes. She's melancholic. Look at the whole face. She's unknowable. Scientists have analyzed it with emotion recognition AI. Art historians have written 10,000-page dissertations. Neurologists have studied how our brains process the image. The result? Everyone sees something different. The smile means whatever you bring to it. Leonardo created a mirror. And mirrors don't answer questions, they just reflect them back. The mystery will never be solved because Leonardo made sure it couldn't be. But wait, it gets weirder. Mystery 2. Bosch's Garden of Earthly Delights. What the hell is this? Hieronymus Bosch, around 1500, paints a triptych that looks like a fever dream designed by a medieval AI having a psychotic break. Left panel, the Garden of Eden. Seems normal. God introducing Adam and Eve? Cool. Right panel, hell. Makes sense. Demons torturing sinners. Standard medieval stuff. Middle panel, chaos. Hundreds of naked people. Giant strawberries. A man being embraced by a giant bird. Another guy with a flower growing out of his butt. People riding fish. Couples inside transparent spheres. A parade of animals that don't exist. What is happening? Is this paradise? A warning against sin? An alchemical diagram? A heretical vision? A joke? Here's the problem. Bosch left 0 written records. No diary. No letters explaining his work. No manifesto. Nothing. And every expert sees it differently. Catholic scholars. It's about the sinfulness of lust. Alchemists. It's a diagram of spiritual transformation. Art historians. It's about humanity before the flood. Psychologists. It's Bosch's subconscious spilling onto canvas. Some guy on Reddit. It's about aliens. That giant pair of ears with a knife between them? No idea. The tree man with the broken eggshell body? Your guess is as good as mine. The musical instruments being used as torture devices in hell? Probably means something. Probably. The kicker? We don't even know who commissioned it or where it was originally displayed. This painting is a 500-year-old riddle wrapped in a nightmare wrapped in a strawberry. Bosch took the answer to his grave. And it's staying there. But wait, it gets weirder. Mystery 3. Vermeer's Camera Obscura. How did he paint like a photograph? 200 years before photography existed. Johannes Vermeer, 1660s Netherlands. A quiet painter who produces maybe 34 paintings in his entire life. But look at them. The light is perfect. The perspective is mathematically precise. The details are photographic. Other painters of his era? Their work looks like paintings, beautiful but clearly handmade. Vermeer's work? Looks like someone went back in time with a camera. Art historians noticed something weird. Vermeer's paintings have optical artifacts that shouldn't exist in hand-painted work. Halation, light bleeding around bright objects. Circles of confusion, unfocused areas that blur exactly like a camera lens. Chromatic aberration, color fringing. These are camera effects, not painting effects. The theory: Vermeer used a camera obscura, a box with a lens that projects an image onto a surface. He traced the projection. The problem? No evidence. We've never found his camera obscura. No contemporary accounts mention him using one. No sketches, no documentation. Modern artists have tried recreating Vermeer's technique with camera obscuras. They get close, but never quite match his mastery. So did he use one? Was he just a genius? Did he invent some other optical technique we haven't discovered? We'll never know. Vermeer died broke and forgotten in 1675. His techniques died with him. But wait, it gets weirder. Mystery number 4, the scream. Who or what is screaming? Edvard Munch, 1893, Norway. He creates one of the most recognizable images in art history. A figure on a bridge, hands to face, mouth open. The sky is bleeding. Reality is warping. Everyone assumes the figure is screaming. What if they're not? Look at the body language. The hands aren't clutching the face in horror. They're covering the ears, like they're trying to block something out. Munch himself wrote about this moment. I was walking along the road with 2 friends. The sun was setting. Suddenly the sky turned blood red. I paused, feeling exhausted, and leaned on the fence. There was blood and tongues of fire above the blue-black fjord and the city. My friends walked on, and I stood there trembling with anxiety, and I sensed an infinite scream passing through nature. The figure isn't screaming. Nature is screaming. The figure is hearing it. But what is nature's scream? Theories. Psychological. Munch's descent into mental illness. He had a breakdown shortly after. Environmental. The 1883 Krakatoa eruption made sunsets blood red for years across Europe. Maybe he saw one. Existential. The horror of existing in an indifferent universe. Medical. Some think Munch had depersonalization disorder. Reality felt unreal. Literal. A patient at a nearby asylum was screaming, and it triggered something in him. Munch made 4 versions of the scream. He was obsessed, haunted by this moment. In 1908, he had a complete nervous breakdown. In 1944, he died alone. What did he hear that day on the bridge? What scream was he trying to capture? The sound died in his head. And we'll never hear it. But wait, it gets weirder. Mystery 5. Nighthawks. Who are these people and why are they here? Edward Hopper, 1942, paints the loneliest scene in American art. A brightly lit diner, 3 a.m., 4 people. Dead silence. A couple sitting together, not talking. A lone man with his back to us. A server in white, staring at nothing. Outside? Dark, empty streets. No doors visible on the diner. No way in or out. They're trapped in the light. The questions. Who are they? Why are they awake at 3 a.m.? What happened before this moment? What will happen after? Why won't the couple look at each other? What is the lone man thinking? Hopper never explained, never gave them names, never told their stories. His wife Josephine, who modeled for the woman in red, said, Ed painted what he saw and felt. He wasn't interested in stories. But we are. Theories people have obsessed over. They're all running from something. The couple just broke up. The lone man is planning something terrible. They're all strangers who happen to end up in the same place. It's about urban isolation during war tekers. The diner doesn't exist. It's a limbo, a purgatory. This painting has haunted American culture for 80 years. It's been referenced in hundreds of movies, copied, parodied, analyzed to death, and we still don't know. Hopper painted a feeling, not a story. The mystery isn't a bug, it's the whole point. We'll never know who the Nighthawks are, because maybe they don't know either. But wait, it gets weirder. Closing. 5 paintings. 5 mysteries that will never be solved. And maybe that's the point. Art isn't meant to give us answers. It's meant to make us ask better questions. Mona Lisa forces us to confront how subjective perception really is. Bosch reminds us that some things are beyond rational explanation. Vermeer proves genius can't always be reverse engineered. The Scream shows us that horror is personal and untranslatable. Nighthawks reveals that loneliness doesn't need a backstory. These aren't puzzles with missing pieces. They're mirrors. The artists who created these works are dead. Their secrets died with them. We can analyze. We can theorize. We can debate for another 500 years. But we'll never solve these mysteries. And honestly, that's what makes them masterpieces.